Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. It's number 4, it's Laurent Blanc, next Manchester United manager. Now I did a show back in around March time, we did a live show where we were talking about numerous Manchester United managers potentially to replace Mourinho if and when he goes. And I came out with Blanc and a few people agreed, but he's sort of that left field one. For me, it's interesting because we've done Zidane, we've done Jardim, we've done Pochettino, and each show I've thoroughly enjoyed this series. So drop a like on the video and I hope you have as well. And we've still got more to come, but it's so interesting because I just feel, I think over this international break, maybe I thought, I will start to want Mourinho to do well again. I will start, but actually I think I'm in the nicest possible way, I'm coming further and further away from wanting Mourinho as Manchester United manager because I look at what's out there. And they are the total opposite of what Jose Mourinho is, whether it's Jardim with his attacking plays, Zidane, Pochettino, and Laurent Blanc as well. There are some really talented managers out there that more befit what Manchester United's all about. And that's where Laurent Blanc comes in here for me. So I'm going to start off with the negatives about Blanc, because a lot of people, I don't think they realise what he's all about, because he's had a very, very good career without people probably taking that much notice of it. So it started off at Bordeaux, and first season there he won Manager of the Year and finished second with Bordeaux. Now yes, the French league's a pub league, I would say that, but to do it with Bordeaux is quite good because the big teams in France have always been your PSGs, your Lyon, your Marseille. So Bordeaux second. The second year at Bordeaux, he won the title there. Promoting youth, his philosophy is very, very interesting with Blanc because he's not really interested in what the opposition do. He sets his team up attacking-wise and does the things that he wants to do. He's not interested in what the opposition is, and it is all about attacking, good organisation, scoring lots of goals, promotion of youth, tick, tick, tick for all the United things. So he wins the title his second year in Bordeaux, which was an amazing achievement. Then he goes to the France job. He was only in France for 2 years. Some people call it a bit of a failure, but he took over from France after 2010 World Cup, where it was a disaster. It was where Evra and everybody, they actually got suspended for their behaviour for a bit, and Blanc had to pick up the pieces of that and definitely steadied the ship. He left after the 2012 Euros. They got knocked out by the winners, I think, Spain, in the quarter-final, and that was seen to be a failure, so he moved off. And then he went to PSG. Now, he was at PSG for 3 years until 2016. He won the title every year he was there. Now, some would say, well, that's what you meant to do at PSG, but what about the year Monaco won it? So 3 years at PSG, 3 titles, managed a lot of egos there. Zlatan, managed Zlatan, had Cavani, Di Maria after he'd left United, and then basically won the double. Got knocked out in the quarterfinals by Manchester City, and their president decided that, well, they want to win the Champions League in PSG, don't they? So Blanc left PSG. So his career in management has this sort of myth that he's a bit of a failure. And he's not. Everywhere he's been, he's been very successful. He's stamped his authority in the way they play football. When you look at some of the young players that he's brought through at PSG, especially Kingsley Coman, Rabiot, Kimpembe, they've come through amongst others. And Bordeaux, he did the same. So he has got that ability to promote youth successfully, to play good football, organise his team very, very well, and not focus on the opposition. And that, for me, is one of the big things that I always liked about Laurent Blanc. And I spoke about this back in March as well. You look at Jose Mourinho, whether we're going to Burnley or we're going to Barcelona, he will set his team up dependent on how the opposition is. Now, remember that Burnley game where we played Fellaini as an unorthodox centre-back because he was fearful of the long ball? Yes, it was very effective. Yes, we dominated and deserved to win the game. But Laurent Blanc wouldn't do that. Just like Klopp wouldn't do that, just like Pep wouldn't do that, Laurent Blanc wouldn't do that. He wouldn't care about what Burnley do because he wants to do his thing, like Sir Alex Ferguson did. And maybe this is where, that's the big thing about Laurent Blanc as well. I'll come back to that in a minute, but he will put his stamp on a team and not worry about the opposition too much, like top managers should do. Whereas I think Mourinho is very reactive. He looks at the opposition. David Moyes was the same as well. We don't want that at Manchester United. We want what Sir Alex Ferguson did. We want, this is our team. If you're going to beat our team, fair play. But this is the way we're going to do it. And very rarely would Sir Alex Ferguson worry about the opposition. I think prime Arsenal, he did a little bit. He chuck a Phil Neville in there to rough it up a bit in the midfield, or a Darren Fletcher. But we'd still have our expression on the break to win our sort of games. And that's really, really important at Manchester United. And I think, you look at Laurent Blanc as well, similar to Zidane, same French team. Pochettino and Jardim can't offer this, but Laurent Blanc can. And I think in many ways, Laurent Blanc is a better option than Zidane. Obviously, Zidane's the big glamour name, but, Zidane, I want Zidane, Champions League, Real Madrid. You know, that's his pedigree. 3 Champions Leagues is a very good pedigree, but it's all at Real Madrid. You look at Laurent Blanc, well, he did it at Bordeaux. He's done it for a national team. He's done it for PSG. He's done 3 very different jobs. All very French specific, not interested in the Bundesliga, wants to come to England. He's been available since 2016 because he won't jump on the wrong project. He wants the right project, and why wouldn't he? You know, he's a successful manager. His CV speaks for itself. And also on top of that, like Zidane, he's played at some of the big clubs. Manchester United he ended his career at, but he's played Inter Milan, he's played for Barcelona, he's won World Cups with France. So he knows the dressing room as well. He's got that French connection, which we have in the club with the likes of Martial and Pogba, which would be very good. So I think, and also he's played in the Premier League, so he does understand the Premier League a little bit as well. I like Laurent Blanc. He was my first choice back in March when it was sort of hypothetical, and now it's realistic. I think you look at what's available. I read in the papers today that Bayern Munich are not happy with their manager and they're looking for a new manager. I look at Real Madrid. They're not happy with their manager. They're going to be looking for a new manager. We need to get at the front of the queue. We did this after we've done this a couple of times now. We missed out on Ancelotti when we had Van Gaal and we ended up with Mourinho. The season Sir Alex Ferguson went, we missed out on loads of people and ended up with David Moyes. United have an opportunity here where Jardim's available, Zidane's available, and Laurent Blanc's available. That's 3 top managers available, and we've got a manager that many of us believe is going to go sooner rather than later. So we need to be looking at those options right now. Because you can go, well, you know, if Zidane goes to Bayern and somebody goes to Real Madrid, you've still got 1 left. But that's not how football will work. Those managers can easily disappear by Christmas. We sack Mourinho, and who are we left with? We're having to look at beyond, you know, Antonio Conte or something like that. So I like Laurent Blanc. I am going to do. We're going to do a little poll at some point as to who you all prefer the most. In fact, I'll do it so far because there's a couple more managers I want to do, but we can do a 4-person poll. So I'm going to do Jardim, Zidane, Pochettino, and Laurent Blanc. Cast your votes. Hit the eye in the top right-hand corner. But yes, Laurent Blanc ticks a lot of boxes for me. He's the thinking person's choice, really. He's got what Zidane's got. He's got what Jardim's got. The only thing he hasn't got that Pochettino's got is Premier League experience, but he has got a little bit, and also he's won things, which is very important as well. Thanks for watching. Drop a like on the video. Give us your comments below. Laurent Blanc, am I turning you a little bit? Do you not want him? Why don't you want him? And don't forget to cast your vote. I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching.